Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on some more stuff on the X5. Yep, we're going to start knocking things off on the X5, hopefully pretty quickly here, but only after you hit that subscribe button below. Leave a comment. What do you think? Anything fun we should do with this that we're not planning on doing yet? Probably not going to wrap it. Probably not going to lift it. But who knows? What else can we do that's fun and doesn't cost a ton of money? So the couple of things I want to do today is check out, we got a haul behind me here from FedEx today. Dropped off a whole pile of parts. And one of those is the new headlight. So I want to go ahead and try and get that mounted. And I think I've got to take the couple of modules off the old headlight. So I want to make sure I've got everything there I need. Put that back on. And then I want to go ahead and try and finish the dent removal on the passenger door. I did a little bit with my giant pneumatic plunger dealie and sucked out the big dent, which to my surprise came out in about 2 pops. And now I've got some smaller dents to come out. Actually only 2 little puckers to come out, and I'll show you that. They're pretty tough to see, but one is right here and one is right here. So I want to see if I can get them from the front here with my little PDR glue tab tool. I really don't want to take apart the inside of the door panel if I can avoid it. But if you remember, this big divot that was here really was pretty easy to pull out. I had this guy here hooked up to the air compressor, and all it does is suction onto the panel. You give it a few pulls, and it works just like a regular slide hammer. But you don't need to damage and drill holes into whatever you're working on. So it didn't work so well with the Fiesta project, but this, it worked perfect, just what it was supposed to do. So one of the things we've gotten in already is the boot kit for the CV boot from Beck Arnley. So we will try and get working on that. Fail. We got our new rim in, and that looks beautiful. Get stuff out of the way. Our new rim, I've got the center cap from the old wheel, so we'll use that, and everything looks pretty good. I'm not sure if this is a reman or a refurb or a new casting or what it is, but it looks pretty good. I've got our new TPMS sensor and valve stem, so that's in there. Threw a little bit of red Loctite in there. No, just kidding. At the end of the last video, we went through and finished up our wiring or our fix for our park distance sensor. So those are plugged back in, and the camera should be coming shortly. We can plug all that stuff back in. Hopefully all of those codes go away. Then we come over here to all of our stuff that came in today. We've got 3 of our 4 new Pirelli Scorpions that came in. Those are going to be nice new additions to the car, since the ones that are on there are pretty flat. Now the Eagles that were on there had a 400 tread wear rating. These have a 520. So we'll see if these last any longer. Of course, I don't drive terribly spirited, aka fast or aggressive, so hopefully this will last up well. I know the BF Goodrich's on the X3 have held out very well so far, over 2 years and some change. So about 30,000 miles, and they'll still have probably at least half the tread left on them. We'll see. One of the first things we got here is our wheel arch molding. So this piece here for the passenger side, it is bare primed plastic, so we'll need to go ahead and paint that up. What do we got here? This should be a control arm. Let's see. This is our strut bracket, actually, an actual BMW OE part, so that's excellent to see. We need that. This box here had some plastics in it for the bumper. Bumper is still not purchased yet. You can either buy one for $818 off eBay, or I can work with Amazon for one for $311 and see if they'll actually find a way to ship it to me, because I really don't want to spend $818. That's about $400 more than I'd budgeted. And yeah, I don't want to pay that. So let's see what's in this box here. Maybe this is my other control arm. I mean, really, there's a ton of parts I've ordered, and let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. That would be my front control arm. Yeah, that's kind of beefy. My hope is that the bolts are not bent. I don't think they are. Just these bushings are a little out of whack. And I could have replaced them in pairs, but I want to get everything going down the road straight. Then we'll look at anything else. But, oh, you would think at 112,000 miles I shouldn't need to be replacing control arms yet. Except, you know, the ones that are bent. Now our big box here, the Home Depot box, this should be the, this should be the great thing I'm looking for. Oh. This should be the headlight assembly. Wonderful adaptive LED headlight. These are about as tough to find as the bumper without paying full price. I will say right off the bat, kudos to the shipper here from eBay, because it's packed very well. Well, heck, it's even got these bottom mounting brackets on it. That's pretty awesome. And no rear module. That's what I was expecting. But let's see here. Let me set you down. All right. Oh, this looks in great shape compared to my driver's side. I think it's as good, if not better. And he then fits right in here. And there we have our matching set of headlights. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up this mess behind me because I need room to work. We're going to take the controller off the old light, put it on the new one, plug in the new light, and hopefully it'll work. Anyways, we've got our current light fixture here, which is, well, it's seen better days. I'll probably still maybe toss this thing back on the interwebs for, you know, $200 for parts, because it still has one of these LED fixtures in here is solid. A lot of the parts on the second one are not damaged. A couple of them are. But there's still, I think, if someone was trying to part one back together, there's enough parts here to work with. I think. Anyways, this is the part that we want to get off because that's kind of the control module for everything. Probably going to be a T25? No, how about a T20? My hope is that this is not damaged. Unlike the rest of the parts making noise. Okay. We have that. Let's set him down here. And grab our new one, or a new to us one. Plug just goes on one way. You can see it's pinned. So we can only put it on this direction. Oops. There we go. Can only fit on one way. And then it locks in place. Now we can go ahead and set this back down before I scratch up the lens. I should have put a rag down. That'll teach me. There is a gasket on here, so we push him back in. We'll take our 3 little Torx. Where do you plug in, buddy? And 3. All right. Now, what I checked on when I was looking for part numbers is this here, this LE11F 6266. Depending on the type of light fixture you have, typically I found that the 6266 changed, like a 6262 or something to that matter, and that's the difference between your HIDs or your halogen whatevers or your LED adaptive setup. So if you are replacing your own fixtures, make sure you match up the right part number. They're not cheap, and you'd hate to grab the wrong stuff. Now, we've got these wires over here, and I think I have that part. Let's see. I think that's one. So you can see what I'm doing. Here's one. So I take this broken piece off. Oh, okay, well, we'll see. And I believe this other LED, hopefully it's not damaged, comes out. Maybe I'm hosed. So we need this. This piece appears to go on to here like this. I need to look at the other light and see what this looks like. All right, it hides right back here. So I think I need to take that out and look at it and see what it looks like. Let me get this piece out. So, yeah, there should be 3 of these little LEDs on the board here. And how do I know? Because now there's only 2 on the driver's side. One may have become dislodged. So I may be looking for a pair of these things now, and hopefully I don't need to buy the entire module. But for right now, I think what I need to do is go ahead and glue this back on and hope that it works. So that's what I'm going to do. And we'll come back after we get this glued in and put it back together. Alrighty, while I'm waiting for the glue to dry on that headlight, accent light, whatever you want to call it, we're going to try some more glue and put a couple of tabs on our door here and see if we can't pop out these last couple little dents. They're really not noticeable unless you know they're there. They're so far down by your shin or your knee, but it's really tough to tell. I'm sure if it was a white car, they'd pretty much blend into oblivion, but being this metallic gray, they do show up a little bit. Again, if you're looking for them, I'm sure 98% of people who look at the car won't notice it, but I'll notice it, so let's see what we can do. You can probably see it in your camera there on the screen. Just one little dimple here. And see, this is kind of popped out, so my goal is to pull this out a little bit, then maybe take my knockdown and tap here a little bit, and hopefully everything will come out. This here, just one little tiny dimple right here. But first, I'm going to go ahead and grab some glue on the bottom here. That's leaking all over the place. That's basic hot glue gun, tab weld glue, not your standard craft hot glue. Go ahead, be pretty liberal here with the application. I'm going to put it on this way and see how that does. Let that cool. Put a little bit on this other guy here. Stick him right there. Let that cool for a minute and come back, see if we can't pop it out. And in hindsight, I may have just put these in the same space that my puller needs to occupy. We'll see. Alrighty, let's see what I can do here. I've got just a basic little PDR tool here. Alright, space it out. And we'll see if we can give a little pull. Oh, look at that. You can see it. So I almost need to keep some pressure on it while I hit my knockdown tool down here below. Move it down, you can see right down here a little bit of a ridge. See if I can grab my light. I think you can see a little more of the warpage here. So we'll see if I can hit it a little bit. My tab came loose. But would you look at that? Most of that dent came out, short of a little one right here. Look at that. So that's pretty impressive. See if I can tap right here just a little more. You know, I'm gonna call that a win for not having to do any paint work. Got one little guy right left here to get. But let's see if I can, well, that didn't work too well. Let me clean this off a little better. Some alcohol. Not the kind of my glass. Alrighty. Let me heat this up again and see if we can't get a tab here and a tab here. No, oh, back to my tabs not holding. Try this one, but I expect the same. Yep, just not holding. So I'm gonna keep playing with this and see if I can't get this last little divot out down here. But these things, it should come off with a little alcohol. A scraper. There we go. Huh. That one nearly came out. That's, you know, I can feel a little divot here ever so slightly, but I might just let that one, live. So what I don't want to do is pull it too far and pull the style line out, or this part of the door out, and make it more convex than concave. So let me try one more effort down here. Clean this off. Nope, off it comes. So we're just gonna leave that alone for right now. And look at some other options. You know, it popped out a little and there's still a little bit of a dent there. But you know what? I've seen door dings on brand new cars at the shopping mall bigger than that. Again, that's why you find a safe place to park, not right up front. So we got our light fixed, installed, glued on there with 2 of our 3 LEDs. You can kind of see them in there. Let's go ahead, set it in the car, and see what happens. I really don't have any of the framework over here for this thing. So if I can just find my fixture, my harness plug. All right, we're just gonna set you here for right now. Stay. Let's see what happens. Oh, shush. Parking lamps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those work. Perfect. How about regular headlights? Probably not, because my ignition is off. Ooh, look at that adaptive happiness. All right. Headlight, 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 headlight. Ooh, those are bright. Yep, everyone's. Ooh, that's bright. Oh, that's really bright. Yep. That's bright. Oh. What do we got for blinkers? Okay, we got you. I'm not sure what these little guys on the side do. Ooh. Hi, I don't look into those. That's bright. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, I see a little glare square in my GoPro, or I should see my face, but I don't. Anyways, I'm going to call that a success, mainly because I can't see. And I don't know what these little side markers do, these LEDs were. Maybe they totally broke. Maybe they don't do something else. Maybe they do something special. I don't know. But the adaptive portion of them works. They auto level themselves, so that was important. High beams, low beams, parking lights, blinkers work, and I'm going to call that a win. And you know, I think I'm going to take this as a win, as a good spot to stop. We do have our suspension to get into in the front here, and I did notice that my shock is actually leaking. If you can see it on this side here, it's all drippy down the side here and leaving a mess on my floor. So logged on to FCP Euro, picked up a new one of those. Surprisingly, only about $55 for the BMW branded shock. I was expecting far more expensive. So that's kind of a shining light here and all of the other expenses for this car. So yeah, I'm going to do that in the next segment, I think, because I want to get it done all in one shot. The shock won't be here for a couple of days, so I want to make sure that I don't lose parts or forget where I was, and just get that all done in one shot. And that will be able to get all 4 of our wheels back on, especially our new tire, and actually drive it. It is not drivable right now. Well, I could, but the alignment is way out of whack because of those control arms. The shock bracket or strut bracket is broken, so it's kind of riding on the CV shaft and into the U-joint, and I don't want to bung that up any more than it already potentially is. I think it's fine. With any luck, the car's only gone 100 yards under its own power since the accident, so I don't hear any clanking or creaking or crunching or any bad noises or any looseness from that. So we'll hope that's all good. So until the next episode, have fun, I don't know, wrenching on your project, spending money, and just enjoying life. We'll see you all very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.